What's going on, Blue Chips? How we doing this morning? It is hump day. Don't underestimate your first idea. Let's get to it. What's going on, Mr. Gifford? How you doing this morning? Just kind of looking at some things here. Snap is kind of my main watch here. This thing looks like it wants to go. I've been looking at yesterday's after hours. I'm assuming this was on earnings. No surprise that Snap is one of the companies that, could be doing a little bit better while we are all in this quarantine, just because, hey, more people are probably sitting at home using it. So Snap will definitely be something we're interested in. Looking over here at some key levels, I don't really see too much. Let's draw a couple lines here. The first one I really see is this 16 area. So that'll be what we're looking for. Actually, that is a pretty key level there. So we'll be looking at that right out of the gate. And then after that, there's really not much until all the way up here around 18. So I don't think we'll be getting that kind of run out of Snap. This is not really known to be that big of a mover intraday. So we will keep an eye on Snap. It's actually on that. It's like one thing that DOS is really bad at is their watch list. It's not the best. But they do have it now to where you can click and you can either drag it to the montage or you can just double click it and it'll actually come up over here on your charts, which is pretty cool. Let's see. CARA was another one that we had pulled up this morning here. Just noticed that it was kind of chilling. It's kind of a very similar area. It's in a similar area, just like Snap. 17 seems to be a pretty decent area of support and resistance on the daily. So we'll kind of see what that one does. Not really too interested in that one. FLIR is another one. Let's see, what do we got here? Not too much going on here on FLIR. This thing has a pretty decent range to it, though. Yesterday's high sitting up there around 44. So don't really have too much going on marketing. What's up, Thomas? How you doing? Is today the day? Is hump day the day that we give away some balls? We shall see. Had a pretty good day yesterday. I actually am going to try to reopen my desktop yet again here. So I somewhat attempted to pay myself a little bit here off my account, and they accidentally put the withdrawal in twice for the account. So I called them this morning when I opened it up. I was like, whoa, because my equity right now is sitting at $14.53 and 63 cents. And I was like, that's not right. I was trying to keep it around like the $3,000-$4,000 mark. So I had put the withdrawal in, and what they did is somehow it got entered twice instead of just once. So they updated it on my portal, but they did not update it. It's not updating on the account quite yet. So when I scroll down here, I can see that in my portal it has changed, but oh, there you go, all fixed. Egg inside of an egg inside of an egg. So yeah, I should have $4,000 as my equity right now, a little over that, but I have $14.53. So a little interested to what's going to happen here. Hopefully it doesn't affect our buying power. It shouldn't, because we still are on the smaller side with the share size with our buttons. So should be okay. We'll see what happens. But hopefully it doesn't cause any issues. If it does, I might have to give them a call and tell them that I tried updating all the way up until the bell, which, as you can see, I'm going to hit it again. And you'll see my charts refresh again, but my equity is not changing, which I will show you guys real quick. You can see it's sitting there at $14.53. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But not too happy with that situation. But it was a mistake. They chalked it up as an honest mistake, and they fixed it, at least in the portal. But a little weird that it wouldn't update fairly quickly onto the broker itself, or the platform itself. But we got about 8 seconds here till the bell. I'm going to pull up Snap. That is going to be our main watch, and we'll see what happens. Good luck to everybody. Stay safe, Let's make it a good hump day. And there's the bell. Snap getting absolutely smack there right at the bell. Not absolutely smack, but getting a little smack. This could very well be one of those good old dip and rips. 1475 is a pretty nice level there. APA pushing right out of the gate. This one would be nice to have shares on. This one looks pretty nice. We do not have shares. PDD maybe? Yeah, it could be. The PDD is an interesting one because of the spread. This APA would have been a nice one. Would have been looking for more out of it right now. We wouldn't have been jumping in just yet, but so we're getting a little bit of lag here. Look at that. The bid way above the ask there. Snap definitely jumping back here. Would have been a good dip and rip type buy there on Snap. I will be looking into those in the future. Just looking to risk off of key levels. That'll involve math in my head, but you could see a fairly good level sitting here at 1475. So that would have been a nice dip buy, just risking off of that level there. DGX. I think DGX is a pricey one here. Pretty big spread. Only $1.10. Not too big of a spread. Just watching Snap, looking for that thing to take off. IPHI, another higher priced one. Also with a pretty big spread. Snap, let's see if you can make a nice run up through 1550 here. Not really seeing too much else at the moment. Pretty slow start here.
Uh-oh, it's okay, come on.
Maybe it was just the data lagging because things just started going nuts here. HAL, WPX. A lot of these don't have that big of a range. Here we go with Snap. See if we can get this push through 1550. HAL would be interested if we can get this push up towards 850. Ton of volume there. Would love to see Snap make a push through 1550. I need more charts. Dang, CLR, we might have missed there through 1250. WPX didn't quite give us the move we wanted. Snap is now pulling back, so we're not really interested in Snap at the moment. CHK, volume's a little lighter there. Keep an eye on that one. HAL starting to pull back. Everything started making a move, but never really gave us that last little oomph that we were looking for. Oh, we have shares on INO. course, INO is one that looks pretty decent here as well. No shares. NS doesn't really have any volume. So WPX is attempting. Range on it isn't very good. And just the range on these is just not very good. Yeah, there goes Brian talking about INO. We don't have anything there. He also got short a penny stock? What the heck? Something rare. You don't see that very often.
Marion asked me something about Shepherd, but I can't remember.
So everything up on the scanner right now is just the range on them is just so small. Except INO, but we don't really have anything. We don't have any shares available there. Snap end up doing? Well, it started trying again. If we can get this pop all the way up to 16 here through 1550, it could be worth looking at. But as you can see, that thing is struggling. I'm actually going to refresh my broker one last time here now that we're past the open just to see if it updated. It did not. Just letting the scanners do their thing here. Nothing really popping out at us at the moment. Nothing really, I really don't even feel like we missed anything per se. It's like when I see Brian playing these 10-cent range type plays, I know that things are struggling. So HCSG popped up here on the scanners. It has 80,000 volume total in the day, so I'm not really sure I'd want to be playing this thing. Unless it made some kind of run up, I guess up to 25. There's some resistance here. 2482. Just not sure I would be interested because of the volume.
Well, yeah, I sent out something on Georgetown, and he's like, "Don't just tell me you weren't even doing this."
Man, interesting morning here. I was actually thinking there was going to be something nice going on here this morning, but not too much. Yeah, I actually have CLR up, Mr. Gifford, on my bottom chart. This MANH looks like it's trying to halt here. 59.25. Pretty big move up on not a lot of volume. Excuse me. Nugget? What's Nugget doing? Are you meaning to type these in the chat? Because Nugget looks like it's just kind of chopping sideways. Maybe we'll start looking the other way a little bit here. That CLR just made a pretty nice drop there. I mean, even everything moving down, the range is pretty crappy. I mean, like, Tell just gave everything back it gained all morning, and take a look at this. It's 8 cents. 9 cents. I mean, sorry, I'm just not looking to trade things like that. I mean, you could say Nugget looks heavy, but I mean, it's also been bought up twice at 12, actually a bunch of times at 12, so I don't know. Looks like it's just kind of chopping around, if you ask me. Man, what a crappy morning. Crappy open, I should say. The worst part is, my mother asked, or didn't ask, but she offered to watch the oldest this morning. So we only have one kid. So I actually could concentrate a little bit here this morning. And wouldn't you figure, nothing's going on. Trying to peck me, Lanson? Trying to peck me? What is that? I don't even want to know what Camden did. I'm assuming he probably took a bunch of stuff out of the bathroom, if I had to guess. Let's see, EXPE here could be worth looking at. See if we can get a run up here. $65 area is what we'd be interested in. I don't know if we're going to get there.
That's who I was on the phone with.
What are you guys pecking me for? What is that? See if I'm going to move up towards 64.50. 64.50 I'd be interested. The heck? G-Lop? Never heard of G-Lop. There we go. See if we can get the move up here. The reason I would like 64.50 would be pretty extended. It would put our stop above this resistance area. It's not looking like we're going to get it. So if we get under the 63.50 area, I'm not too sure I'd be interested in. There it goes. That's a little bit too big of a pullback for me to be interested at this point. I think part of me wishes I wouldn't have looked over there to see where that resistance area was, because this is a pretty good extension, and we did get up to that 64 area. Could have been worth hitting it at that point regardless. So, I don't know. That one's a little frustrating. Actually, you know what? Just out of curiosity, how many? 25. Oh, we should have been fine. Actually, oh yeah, because we get 4 to 1, so it would have been close. But so it's looking like we might have got some fill down here. If it tests 63, it would have been a winner. Oh, peck the stock. Gotcha. Oh, because it's halted. We don't have shares. It was actually halted, and now it's halted again. We do not have any shares there. I'm assuming that's the low floater that's getting pumped this morning. Devin couldn't have said it any better in the Discord. He just chimed in and said chop. That's kind of what I feel like we're doing right now. It's just chopping. Yeah, 1.94 million. The Peck Company Holdings. I guess I'm going to have to go check on him because the wife is on a phone call. Be right back. You know you found your stash, right? Apparently he found all the chocolate in our closet. Was not expecting a day like this. And there goes EXPE down through 63. So that one's a little frustrating because I guess we could have played EXPE, but kind of we saw that pretty nice resistance up there a little bit higher, and we were hoping to get a move up there. I guess when you're looking for that first trade, it's a little bit harder sometimes because you're trying to make it a winner to start the day off right, and you might be a little bit more picky with the entry, but when you're not getting a lot of entries to begin with, it's kind of frustrating. Or even just a lot of possible entries. Like, we're not even getting trades that are even kind of worth looking at. What did Snap end up doing? It's literally just chopping sideways. Thomas 2 for 2 just starter positions. Hey, that happens. 2 for 2 is good. It's better than I am 0 for 0. I guess Peck is on a 10-minute halt here. When is this halt? 9:40? Yeah, I guess it's about to unhalt here, possibly, in about 10 seconds-ish. I don't know exactly when it halted. SPY's starting to drop a little bit here. SONM. right off the scanner as well is halting. It just halted to the upside. We have no shares there. It's a $1.50 stock at the moment. 1 for 1, green on Peck, nice. 2 rip chick. Does that mean you're too ripped for me and you're a chick? It's probably all true. $600, nice, very nice. Congratulations on that one. Practicing in the sim, nice. Let me ask you a question then. If you were trading real money, would you be trading to where that $600 gain would be the exact same if you were using real money? Always, and if it is, awesome, good job. But if you are trading in the sim differently than you would be when you trade for real, when you are trading for real, you're going to have a rude awakening because it's just going to mess you up emotionally. So PECK opened up and that thing went straight up to 890. Can you imagine being the one that bought at 890 and then that thing within seconds shot down to 8? That's why I don't like playing these. My heart and mind alike are not meant for that kind of stuff. And now it's trying to halt at 930. It was 919. Now it's at 930. There it goes. There comes the imbalance. Lots of people selling, and we are now not in the halt. And that's exactly what I was talking about. If I were to get an entry right at the halt price, right, it can't go any higher. So I'm literally top ticking that thing. If it wants to halt, then okay, then we're risking it possibly, going up against us. But a lot of times you see this happen. You get a big pullback before it decides to try to re-halt, just from people that don't want to sit in the halt, so they sell. So definitely a strategy I've been paying attention to. So it's good to see it happening over and over again. I'm starting to see that it happens definitely more than 50% of the time. So obviously I don't have any shares here, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on in the future. So not really interested in watching this. Let's see if we can find something off the scanner here. TNP trying to pop up off the bottom. Nothing coming up on the high-a-day scanner at the moment. Just one of those days. We got Z here. Volume isn't that great. Right over 500,000 for the day. Got the 3902 and turned around. Say 3875 is the previous resistance here, but it's already coming back down to retest it. And say we didn't really get extended that much. Is BTC an actual stock? No, I didn't think so. A Bitcoin? Is that what you meant? SAEX? Just an overall slow day today. What is going on? How is PRTA on the high-a-day scanner, but it's red overall? It says it's down 15%. How is this possible? It's going off because it's going off the close from yesterday, but it is at high of intraday. Okay, makes sense. Man H climbing back up here. I think the volume on this just isn't that great. I do have SON. Let's pull that one up. Can watch this one out of the halt, see what it does. Is Peck the, yeah, that was the other one. As you can see, that thing, it tried to halt going up. Can you imagine people trying to buy that going into the halt, thinking this thing's going to go up to like 15 or something? How do you think they feel right about now? CHK being called out in the ISW room to the downside here. I'm not a huge fan of it. Kind of just feels a little grindy. There goes SONM open. Did open, I think it opened a little higher. Yeah. Oh yeah, it opened up at 160. Then it gapped right back down to that 150 area. So obviously not as big of a mover as PECK, but there you go. Look, there we go. Got a big pop up there towards 180 now. Halt price is sitting at 194 currently. You got to remember too, I mean, going from 150 to almost $2, that's a 20% move pretty quick. Look at that. That's just crazy. It's like you're almost just guessing when you're playing these. And you're literally gambling. It's like red or black. Right. All right, red or green, red or green. Do I go long or do I go short? Do I go long or do I go short? You don't know. You just stick your money in there and hope you're right. The CHK is actually starting to come back up, working out a little bit there. I mean, nothing is moving, guys. This is crazy. Sorry I'm not talking too much, guys. There's just nothing to talk about. I guess I could tell you guys we'll obviously be doing the giveaway if we can get 15 more or 16 more viewers. What a boring morning. I was pumped. I was ready to go. I guess I should have known when CMEG tried to take more money than I asked them to take. That today was just going to be one of those days. Nice pop there on CHK from the bottom. That was right off the scanner. Good call by Jeff in ISW. Took CLR short at middle ground, 12.15. Yeah, 12.15 is like right above that previous resistance, which was at like 1190 area, 1195. I definitely probably would have waited. Jeez. It's a nice two rip. So you're going live with $500, yet you had a $600 gain on sim. Something doesn't add up there. NAT with a bunch of volume here. Changing his diaper. He doesn't mind when you change his diaper when he wants you to change his diaper. But if you start trying to change his diaper and he didn't want it, he flips out. I've never cycled through so many charts just hoping to see something. And there's just nothing. PECK is actually halted to the downside now. What was that other one? SONM? That one is also trying to go back down after almost halting. What was that one that we just had up? The XPO? Yeah, XPO actually looking like it wants to go high of day here. Jack, when? I don't even remember him saying he was in that. I love how he rolls his tongue. He just like randomly started doing it one day and now he does it all the time. So cute. JAKK. Oh, this is that one. That penny stock. But I still don't see where he had said he got into it. I don't know. Oh. Now CHK working off the bottom here.
Just sat down for being upstairs with you. What is it? What is it, Camden?
I don't have any shares there, so even if it wanted to continue. Brian was. Brian was in the... I remember earlier saying I can't believe he was in a penny stock, but I don't think that was the one. Let me check some of the other ones. SBOW. No. Man H, no, because we were looking at that one. That thing's just kind of grinding. INO, I wish we had shares on. Yeah, look at that one. That one would have been nice. Was it GPOR? No, I mean, that's a dollar stock. There was one. Was it WLL? Yeah, there it is. WLL was the one. He was in this one as well. Nope, he only got a partial in JAKK. I mean, I wouldn't even know where to start playing this thing. I mean, you would need to be taking like 10,000 shares. When I go live, do you recommend I play 1/4 per play of equity? Well, if you would have asked me before going live, I would have told you not to go live with anything less than $2,500. I prefer $3,000, but $2,500 at a minimum. But if you are going live with 500, are you going live on CMEG? PDD here again. Maybe we'll take a shot here on PDD. What's the high? 53.67. The move 52.80 to 53.80. Nah, I'm going to stay out of it. Oh, you're going to be with TD. So that's not too bad. TD Ameritrade. We'll see if this wants to give us a descending triangle. PDD, this thing is this thing's just ripping. Look at the daily. This thing is just super extended. I feel like this thing's just squeezing and squeezing. Hey, don't put that in there. That's not a trash can. Can you put the wrapper in the trash, please? You don't throw it in with the rest of the toys. Now, if this thing wants to go high of day again, we could be interested. I just don't... I mean, if you look at the candles, made a high here, 53.11, came back down to 52.86, then ripped up here to 53.67. Now it's come all the way back down to 53.37. So, as you can see, it's making its moves and getting those little pullbacks and then extending. It's not just like one big move. So, and granted, it could work out, but I don't know. I didn't really like the way that I was reading the chart. So, Yeah, I mean, if you're using TD Ameritrade, it's not that bad because your commissions are free and you don't have to worry about platform fee and all that stuff. So 500, I mean, it's doable, but it's still hard. But I definitely also don't recommend risking a 25% of your account on every trade. In reality, you should never be risking more than, I would say, like 5% of your account on any given trade, and that's really pushing it. I recommend 1 to 2% per trade. So, man, look at that. PDD would have been pretty nice. It would have been a winner already. So, just some food for thought. Keep it in mind. I mean, I recommend 1 to 2% per trade. A max being 5%. But I would only recommend someone who really knows what they're doing, who's been trading for a while, to be risking like 5% of their account on any given trade. So, man, PDD, what a crapper. I wish I would have pulled TDD or PDD up a little bit earlier so I could have seen the move, because when I pulled it up, it was already kind of pulling back, and then I started trying to read the chart backwards, and that's what you get for over evaluating a chart. Yeah, no problem. Been in sim for 2 years. Nice. So you got an idea what you're doing. Dang. EXPE that we were looking at earlier, another frustrating one. Remember we had drew that level up there at 65, and we said we were kind of sad that we missed it, because when you look at this chart, you're like, man, how did I not jump into this? But yeah, look at it now. It's kind of crappy. Yeah, PDD, I still feel like, I mean, it was still near the highs, over 53.50. Could have grabbed it up there, but I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of how that thing's trading overall. It just feels very squeezy. I know we're only looking for the quick moves, but when I was looking at these moves, it just looked very grindy, right? You get the move up and then the pullback, then the move up, then the pullback, and you kind of expect it to kind of keep doing its thing, but it was pretty extended there. So probably could have took a position there and been happy with it regardless, but whatever, we missed it. It's been that kind of morning. When you're staring at charts for the first half hour, just seeing absolutely nothing, you kind of catch yourself possibly looking at a chart and thinking it's an A+ setup, but it's really not, just because you couldn't find anything else the rest of the morning. So you have to really kind of catch yourself. And in this case, that wasn't the truth, but you know, it did lead to me kind of over analyzing the chart a little bit. So that was a little frustrating. Instead of looking at the extension, I was kind of trying to read previous price action, which really shouldn't have mattered. What is going on under my desk? I got 2 dogs and a 2-year-old. I thought I saw tan too. It was just rags. Alright, well, this is getting hard to look at. Let's go look somewhere else. I got CLR up here, seeing if this wants to make a move. possibly from the bottom. Yeah, Mr. Gifford, congratulations. I saw you had won that on GDT stream yesterday. You won 1 month from me too, didn't you? So that'd be twice now? I actually slept fairly well last night. I'm a little curious why I keep yawning so much. So CLR not gonna give us a pop like we were hoping for. Nothing on the high day scanner at the moment. Well, I would only hope that you would support the best channel, which is my channel, when you do. I know that, actually, I think you did sign up for a month at one point, didn't you? A while back? I'm pretty sure I remember Brian had mentioned your name. Yeah, INO was a frustrating one this morning. Definitely would have liked that one through 11. Probably would have wanted 1150 on that one though, so probably would have missed that one as well. Man, today would have just been, and would have been regardless, a pretty crappy morning. I'm actually watching BE on my other chart here. Just the volume is crap. No, you didn't. Maybe that was just when you won the demo for the week. Yeah. It was 2 weeks with the chat room. We'll be giving something pretty awesome away for 2,000 subscribers. We're getting there. Hopefully we can get 10 more viewers in here. We can do a giveaway this morning for Ball's energy drink. I've been trying to do that for feels like forever. Just need 35 viewers. That's it. 35 viewers and 20 likes. That's all I ask. It's not that big of an ask. GDT was telling me yesterday he was only expecting like 20, 30 people in his stream. He ended up with 100. Uh-oh, United Airlines getting smacked. What do we got here? Almost a no man's land down here. $26.50. There's really, the range on this isn't too great. Morning, Gaines. Do you recommend margin instead of cash account? Well, you can have margin. Like right now with CMEG, I have 6-to-1 margin as long as you have over $2,500, which helps. So that way, if you want to trade the stocks that you can, if you want to be able to afford the higher price stocks, you kind of need the margin. $25.88. Trying to figure out which resistance or support level I would use here for which button I'd want to use. AKTS made a big pop here on volume. We don't have any shares there though.
No. Yeah, oh, well, there you go. Hey, you gotta find your way to balance it, right? Figure it out.
I feel like this is definitely going to go test 2650 again, but we already kind of missed the boat. I would have wanted it down near 26. More intense the move, the weaker the trend. So looking like it found a bottom here through 26. Where's the green screen? Wait a minute. You're giving yourself away every time now, a little bit more and more. Leaving little tidbits of information. CMEG does 4-to-1 or 4 times leverage if you're between 500 and 24.99. Anything over 2,500, you get 6-to-1. $500, you get 4-to-1. Yeah. So you would have $2,000 in buying power. So I'm not mad at myself for not trading UAL here. I'm just, I don't know, I'm a little out of it this morning. CZR? Caesars? What did they do? Just, what are you looking at here with these? Why are you saying whoa? That's not that good. So what? It moved down, what, 10 cents? When it's just kind of chopping around? I think everything's kind of just chopping around. I was trying to see if UAL wanted to form an ascending triangle here, but it's kind of just doing its own thing. It's kind of trying to V back up.
Yep, I did see that. There's SPI on that.
Just nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing popped out at us today like, hey, trade me.
What I meant to say is, are you guys able to? I don't know where my head is. I'm looking through my, no, I never sent it to them. I'm looking through my emails.
I think all the American Airlines is getting hit too. So I wonder if there was some bad news for the airlines in general. IMUX. What's so crazy about IMUX? I guess you're easily impressed. Apparently my wife is too, so. Sorry. How long have you been trading? New subscriber. Edwin, what's up, man? Yeah, I remember seeing your name come across when you subscribed. I've been trading since the end of August 2018. So August of this year will be 2 years. Yeah, pre-market, it's tough. Some weird stuff can happen in the pre-market. It's kind of why I don't really. I mean, I use the pre-market levels, just not when it's lower volume, lower price, lower float type stocks. I don't necessarily use it as much. Here's the airline climbing back up here. United. We would have been right around this 2650 area if we would have entered the trade. Yeah, there must have been some news with the airlines because they all got hit at the same time. LUV, Spirit, United, American, JetBlue, they all had the same drop here. But UAL seems to be recovering okay, where the rest of them aren't. I wish Dash remembered the ticker as I typed it. What do you mean? Oh, like in order? Yeah, that would be nice. Like on the drop-down menu if it just did it in order. Yeah, I agree. That would be nice. It sort of does, but if you retype it, like if you go back to an old one, it just stays where you had it the first time. Look at that big drop off. We would have got so close. 26.43. I don't know exactly where we would have been, but I was basing it off the dollar move right near like above 26, so it would have been near 26.50. I think PDD was one of the misses this morning, and there was one other one that we missed that we drew a line. EXPE, was it? Yeah, EXPE. Those are the two that we missed this morning. Other than that, I didn't see anything. Is the new version of Sterling with CMEG good? I have no idea, man. I tried Sterling for a month and I didn't like it. I also had issues with it while I was using it, so I switched right back to DOS. And you know that saying, you don't understand what you're missing until it's gone? Well, that was how I felt with DOS when I moved to Sterling for a month. But just be careful what you choose with CMEG if you are eventually there. They just put a new thing into effect where if you switch platforms, you have to pay an additional fee. And I think it's basically like, I don't remember exactly. I'll just say it's $100. It's at least $100. So if you want to switch from Sterling to DOS, you would have to pay an additional fee for the switch itself. Which kind of sucks, but I also do understand it because there is a lot of back-end work that they have to do to make that happen. So if they are just continuing to switch over and over and over again, I could understand how that might be a little frustrating for them. So Snap here, actually trying to make a move. Thing has almost 50 million shares traded today. That's nuts. It's not even 10:30.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to go.
This wants to push up to 16. I think we're gonna try this.
So we're just waiting on the dog.
Need a nice little push here all at once. Yeah, I got that email that they're charging when you switch now too. It's a little frustrating, but again, I do understand where they're coming from. So unfortunately, Snap is not giving us that straight push that we were hoping for. Got rejected there at 1574. This kid is completely different when his brother's not around. It's crazy. Yeah, some days it's a lot worse. I also have my VPN up as well, so I'm sure that's delaying it as well. Where are we at? Let's see. Tools, market clock. I hate their windows sometimes. So let's see. Gotta wait for it to actually pop up here on the stream. So yeah, it is a pretty good delay.
Kevin, what are you eating? No. No, 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 no.
Oh wow.
You can't have chocolate, sweetness. No chocolate. Doggies cannot eat.
Yeah, that's interesting.
No chocolate for doggies. No
Let's see,
chocolate for
40.
doggies.
It's actually 25 seconds at the moment. It's looking like if Snap doesn't do anything crazy here, we're probably just going to get out of here. But we'll see if it wants to go up high of day, up towards 16 real quick. Might still give it a shot.
The doggies can't have it. Do not give them to the doggies. Camden, no doggies.
Yeah, Thomas, that's why you shouldn't be following anyways. But yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't, especially on YouTube, you should not be following anybody. I totally agree there. We're trying high a day here on Snap. See what happens. 74 right now is the current high. We're sitting there on the ask. There we go. We're back through 75.
Camden.
Yep, that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for Snap to give us hopefully a quick shot up here to 16. It's our last hope, I think, at a a trade. I just don't see anything else doing anything. Definitely some resistance here at 75. There it goes. Went through.
No, Camden. We can't leave those on the floor. Look, Subi got one. Damn it. Let go. No. She might die. She might go bye-bye.
There we go, 80.
I know.
Just need a crazy imbalance here to get up to 16. This thing is moving so slow. I'm not going to help you, bud. You can't give the dogs chocolate.
Subi just ate one.
Should be alright. It's just one. Get your hair and give me.
Come on.
It's just grinding away at the moment. Yes. I'm not helping you get more chocolate, bud. It's not happening. From one extreme to the other. Don't look at me like that. Yes, Camden. thing's actually trying, huh? The shorts are, they're good. You don't really get too many penny stocks to short, but I don't play penny stocks, so not a big deal to me. I am most likely not going to trade this, by the way. I mean, it's just grinding along. I'm not interested in it if it's grinding. Just sitting here waiting to see if it wants to pop at any point here around the 16 area. Because it is extending itself a little bit, right? But we still want that actual extension, the quick move. Yeah, Thomas, that seems to be what it's doing. It's just kind of grinding. And now it's kind of, believe it or not, that 10 cents right there is kind of a pullback for the stock at the moment. So definitely going to pass on it. But with that, guys, I'm going to get out of here. If you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do that. So sorry I didn't have any trades today. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. Some days it's just how it is. You can always keep an eye on my Twitter just in case something does pop up after I disconnect from the stream. You never know, Snap might decide to run here and we might end up playing it through 16. But for now, I'm going to get out of here. Always appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the live stream. Peace.